Please help me welcome Terry Beard, Portland Rotary Toastmasters Club member, who is here to speak to us about the synergy between Rotary and Toastmasters.
Thank you. Thank you, Linda Williams, Kathy Moore, and Jason Wold, and all of you for this amazing opportunity today to celebrate Rotarians and Toastmasters working together in a community service effort to help one another find their voices. We've all heard it. People would rather be in a coffin than give the eulogy. Most people would rather die than give a speech. Public speaking is the #1 fear for most people. For 49 years, I too had the fear of public speaking. I would break out in a sweat just at the very thought of someone asking me to get up and to give a speech. I'd find excuses. I'd head out to the hallways, go to the John, anything to avoid public speaking. 20 years ago, I was introduced to Toastmasters by a good friend and a member of a Rotary Club in Portland, Oregon, a Rotarian by the name of Richard Lazare. He took me by the hand, and after several tugs, I joined Rotary. And as a Rotarian member, I became committed to service above self, which is the Rotary motto. Today, I would like to share a little of my story of overcoming. In the process of finding my voice, I have found my purpose, my raison d'etre, and my community service. As mentioned, I was scared to death at the idea of going into a room full of strangers. So I manufactured reasons not to attend Rotary meetings, but I was encouraged by Richard Lazare that I become a Rotarian. I was suffering from glossophobia, the fear of public speaking. But I learned if you join Rotary and become involved, you learn how to participate and to be guided by the Rotary motto, service above self. The benefits of being a Rotarian are tremendous. Finally, I was convinced and I got involved in fellowship and a community which I couldn't believe that I would have. It was beyond my wildest dreams. I was hoping to make a difference in the world, and shortly thereafter, once I became actively involved in Rotary, I had a network of friends beyond, as I mentioned, my wildest dreams. As I began my Rotary journey, I became involved through participation in community service projects. And for many years, I've been asking myself what I could give back to this community. The opportunity was extended to me, and for rent on this planet, I knew that I needed to give something back. As a member of Rotary, I was invited by scores of people to join other Rotary meetings, and also I asked many people to become members of Rotary, which they have. Before I joined Rotary, I had no idea that I had been so alone just doing work. I also found that my older son, who was living in San Diego at the time, and I was living in Portland, he became involved in Rotary Youth Leadership Awards. It's a camp for young people between the ages of 18 and 30. It changed his life and made a difference. I also met a son who was born out of wedlock by a fellow Rotarian to be reconnected with him. I hadn't seen him for more than 6 years. I also met the most precious gift in my life. I had been single for more than 20 years, and Carl Cook, a fellow Rotarian at Portland Rotary, invited me to meet Pascal. Today, Pascal and I have been married for more than 15 years. I also took trips with Rotarians to work in Chile, Rotoplast out of San Francisco. I met Ken Bloom, Dr. Ken Bloom, who has since passed away. I became a very close friend with Ken, who lived in Santa Cruz, California. And in 1997, I was given my first opportunity to give a speech in French when I was at a hotel in the heart of Paris. It changed my life. And after I left that speech that night, a debutante at French, just starting to find my way to Toastmasters, I decided that I was going to find my voice, overcome the fear of glossophobia. The big transition for me, because at Rotary, I was wondering what else I might do. I've given a lot, but I've gotten more back. And in July of 2015, I shared a Rotary meeting with a childhood friend who was visiting in Portland, Oregon. We had a meeting where we had two speakers who had a great topic, but the speeches did not go well and they were not good speakers. I decided to take it up with the Portland Rotary Club president at the time in July of 2015. And within a couple of short months, we formed the Portland Rotary Toastmaster Club. And we have dubbed our club as the greatest Toastmaster club in the universe. We currently have about 40 to 45 members, and at each meeting, we have between 25 and 35 people in attendance. 65% of the Toastmasters are also Rotarians. We have people who come in who are not Rotarians, and we do not put any pressure on them to become Toastmasters. But the alliance between the two organizations of Toastmasters and Rotary is yielding a huge harvest. Currently, the Portland Toastmaster Club is known by the Rotarians as a safe harbor. We have created an environment like no other. People come and people return. We have people who now are joining us by Zoom, and we are having weekly meetings. We have over 250 members of our Rotary Club, and around 30 of these people are in Toastmasters. And we have taught without manuals, without anything, a lot of people how to get on their feet to find their voices. The Toastmaster meetings are not only fun for the members, but it's also healing and cleansing for us to share our stories. While it might be and can be initially very hard for people to open up and be vulnerable in front of their peers, as we do, it helps us to better understand and to relate to each other. When we are members of an audience listening to other people speak at a Toastmaster meeting, we also benefit. We sometimes identify with the way the speaker feels or the thoughts they have shared, producing empathy, trust, and a sense of community. These all lead to peace. As we learn and develop our speaking skills, we benefit from all areas in our life. And in this day and age of communicating online, we are healing those who have glossophobia. Speechcraft at most schools today is not a required course. Toastmasters can benefit a Rotary Club in several ways. It can improve the quality of the weekly meetings. It can enhance leadership training. Public speaking skills can teach your members how to share their Rotary stories with the public in a better way. We can introduce people to Rotary through Toastmasters and vice versa. We started our Toastmaster Club to help other people develop their voices and grow in their leadership skills. But we have gained so much more than we anticipated. We've gotten to know people at a deeper level. There is a sense of community and connection that goes beyond anything than just by sitting around at the table and having lunch. It brings tears to my eyes to be a part of this great community, this great alliance of Toastmasters and Rotarians. The combinations allows for big dreams to come true. As we build our communication and leadership skills, we become better equipped to tackle the world's problems. If you have questions about Toastmasters and or Rotary, please feel free to reach out.
Thank you so much, Terry. We appreciate all your thoughts and comments. Thank you for joining us.